To me, that's a really good question. Confidence is really a mindset. It's a series of thoughts that go on your head. It's about if you want to love something about yourself, if you want to compare yourself to somebody else, whatever it is, it's literally what you feel inside. And it's not so much just your looks and everything that's part of it, but it has to do more with what's in your heart, your accomplishments. It has to do with the type of person you are, if you feel like you're a good person, if you're a good person every day, or if you have goals that you set with school or whatever it is, it's just accomplishing that. And just a series of all of that all together just literally creates this energy that's around you, and that's the confidence that radiates. So to me, I guess the easiest word to chalk it up to is just love, self-love, and just the mindset and beautiful thoughts you have circulating at all times.
I feel like confidence is like loving yourself. I feel like it's kind of hard to explain. It's like loving yourself unconditionally. Like you love your imperfections. Everyone's not perfect. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like loving your imperfections is like a kind of a big deal, and I guess that's why a lot of people have difficulty like having confidence, because we all feel like, oh, like my waist is too big, like my thighs are too fat, like we it's loving those imperfections that really make a difference, that really like initiate confidence, loving everything about you, your personality. That's what I feel confidence is.
Well, to me, confidence is really about like owning who you are and loving who you are. It goes as not just like your looks, but just pretty much like your imperfections and stuff like that, and just learning who you are. I think as you get older and you spend more time alone, you start to realize what kind of person you are, what kind of things you like, what kind of things you don't like. So the more you learn about yourself, you just create more of confidence within yourself. It's kind of hard to explain, but I feel like the more you know yourself, the more confident you are, because if someone asks you something, you'll know exactly what to say, or if they ask you an opinion about anything, you'll know what to say, because you already know yourself so strongly that no one else knows you better. And if you think about it, like that's really important, because there's no one that's going to know you better than you know yourself. Me, confidence is about not having to apologize for who you are. So just knowing who you are and like knowing where you want to be and eventually getting there. As each step that you do to get there closer, you become more confident. So to me, that's confidence.
To some certain extent, I feel like when I was younger, I was confident in the things I was confident about. When I was in 5th grade, I remember being the coolest because I had SpongeBob socks, and that was really in. So at different phases in my life, I was confident about different things. But at this point in my life, I feel like I'm the most confident because whatever I feel like I should be and look like, I have been working on it for years now. And I feel like I'm to a point where I'm okay with myself. And when I look at another girl and I see that she's really pretty, it doesn't lower my value. It doesn't discount me. So at this point, I realize that whatever's in me, I just gotta radiate that. So when somebody puts like a spotlight to me, I just want to show them that I'm life, and I feel like I'm beautiful, and I feel like I'm very successful. So as long as that person can look at me and see all that life in me, I feel like that's my confidence, and that's where I'm at right now. But it hasn't always been that way. It's always a work in progress, but so is life.
No. There was a point in like high school where I think it was like freshman, sophomore year, where I was like, oh, like I don't like who I am, like I want to change. I would tell my mom, like, Mom, I don't know why I don't like who I am. And I feel like that's like basically your fuel for confidence, like who you are, So I just felt like if you don't like who you are, like then where does confidence come from, So I didn't always have confidence. I don't know when I started feeling more confident about myself. I think it was senior year, like where it was just myself and people loved me for me. And when I saw people like love me for me, I was like, hey, like maybe I'm pretty cool, So, I mean, I was like, not to brag or anything, but I was prom queen for like high school, so it was pretty cool. I was like, oh damn, people like me for me, or else why would they, choose me to be, like prom queen? I don't know. I never imagined, that, and I was never like a popular girl, so, or I never thought I was. So I'm like, dang, that's pretty cool, you know? So that's when I guess I started feeling a little bit more confident, when I started seeing people, you know, like kind of, um, kind of accept, like their acceptance, and like they would tell me, hey dude, like, you know, you're funny, or hey, you know, like, I like the way you dress, you know. So I guess when I saw that the people's reactions, like of me just like being myself, like that definitely gave me like some fuel to like love myself a little bit more, you know. And that's what I've been working on these few years. So I don't feel like I'm like full on super confident just yet, but I know I'm getting there, you know. I feel like once I reach my ultimate goal, like I'll definitely be more confident.
No, I was not always confident. Um, it was like, I don't know, it took like a lot of years to get confidence. And again, I'm not like at my fullest potential right now, so I don't know. I still feel like I have a long way to go, but I was not confident. Like I was like going through it, and like I didn't even know who I was. People would ask me questions, I wouldn't even know what to say. Like when people, especially when I got out of high school, like I had no idea what was gonna happen. And I remember like I started working at a restaurant, and I was like, dude, like what am I gonna do? Like I have nothing for me. Like I don't even know what I like. I don't like anything. And I don't know, I just kind of started like, as I got older, like with years and doing stuff, like I started realizing what I liked and when I did it. So that's pretty much like how it was. But no, I had like no confidence in high school. Like I was just, no, like I had friends and stuff, but it was like I wasn't open to meeting new people and stuff like that, just because I didn't know like how I was. Like I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but whatever people say like about high school, like honestly, like it really doesn't matter like as much, especially when you're like a freshman and stuff like that. Like everybody's in the same boat. Like it's all about popularity, but when you get out, like it's really different. And I promise it's not that bad. But no, I did not have confidence. It definitely was gained, and it's still gaining up to today.
So with all of this being said, here are some little tips that we have from the MA team. So what do you think, Jeanette? Tips on how to gain more confidence.
I would say to spend a lot of time by yourself. Like even if it's just like just at home alone, like on a like Thursday night or something, or Friday night, like if you don't have any plans, like don't always force yourself to go out with people, because like the more you go out with people too, like the more you don't pay attention to how you feel. So do spend like times like by yourselves and stuff. Even if you're on the laptop, like, oh, you know, how do you find your interests, or like just Googling stuff or whatever, just to find out like what is it that in life that you want to do. That'll help you gain a lot of confidence. And yeah, what about you guys?
What about you, Jen?
Well, what I'm doing that's helped me, I take improv classes, so it forced me to kind of just put myself out there, and I feel like when you're putting yourself out there, you're kind of testing your limits, because a lot of people feel uncomfortable to like go up to people. A lot of people feel uncomfortable to like, you know, like oh, what are they gonna think of me? You know what I mean? So that's what I've like. That's what works for me. Like just putting myself out there. You know, not caring about what people are gonna think about me, because honestly, that's like one of my worst. But that's one of my biggest like things, like oh, like what do they think, you know, do they like me, you know, like, so you kind of have to throw that out the window and just kind of be you, and do things that are going to force you to get out of your element like that, you know. So that's how I feel like that helps me, you know.
Those are really good ones, really, really good ones. There's many tips and tricks on how to gain it, and it's kind of based on you. But one thing that we can all agree on here is hair done, makeup done, and a new outfit. Never underestimate what that can do for your confidence. But another thing as well, one thing that I am doing a lot of, and I have been doing, and I've got myself in a really good habit, thankfully, is when you look in the mirror, literally just tell yourself, I love you, I love you. Because there's times where I gain a little weight, and I know you guys probably see me, I fluctuate around 15 pounds, and I always hate when I'm heavier, and I always try to go the other way in the scale. But another thing to do is either way, you never know if there's going to be a disease you get or anything. It sounds crazy, but if you can't control your weight and you gain it, how are you supposed to be confident and love yourself? So at every moment, instead of looking at yourself and being like, oh, like literally just tell yourself, I love you. Like I'm working on you, and honestly I love where you're at because it could be worse and it could be better, but none of those exist. You're in this exact moment right now. So just own it, be bold, and be confident because people read that, people see that, and when you meet someone who's confident, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air. So let's all go on this little trip together. We can all grow and learn from each other. So this is.
And I want to touch on the clothing and all that stuff too, because honestly, I feel like that helped a lot, like a lot. Like, it's not about looks, yeah, I agree, but at the end of the day, it's about loving how you look, because that's you're not gonna change. Like that's just who you are. Like you're not gonna look like anyone else. That's just the way you look. So you have to like literally do like the most that you can with it. And it's not even about like getting dressed up for other people or that so people don't judge you. No, but it's like for self-expression. Like for example, like just like even when I learned before I knew how to do my makeup, I obviously like still like felt confidence, but like it took it to another level once I did, just because I had the power to change myself like however I wanted to. So the same thing with hair, clothing, like I have a power to look a certain way if I feel that way. So it's like a self-expression. I feel like that helps a lot. So it's not about looks, but it's about owning what you have and doing like different looks and just knowing like, oh, okay, like this is fun. And I don't know, it's just self-expression. That's like the only thing I could say. Like the clothing too, like it helps a lot too. Like especially if you're shy, like you can just dress a certain way that you want people to know you as, or like associate yourself like with what kind of stuff you like, your interests and stuff like that, just by the way you dress. So it's like an opening kind of for you. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's when you meet someone, it's kind of the first impression. Like if you're shy. So for me, like was pretty shy, so like that really helped me. So you guys can try something like that. It's kind of cool.
It's a secret language. Definitely a secret language.
And don't let anyone dim your sparkle. Don't let anyone dim your light. Like don't let anyone get to you or like tell you stop, tone it down. Screw them. Don't turn it down. Like that's you. You know, do you. You do you.
Yeah. Just be yourself.
So comment and let us know how you guys work on your confidence.
So if you guys like these kind of videos or you want to see more of these videos, leave comments down below and let us know. Like the video if you want to see more. And that's it. Okay. Bye. Say bye, Charlie.